Hello, everybody. Welcome. Family is meant to be our safe harbor, but for many, it's a source of pain. Family trauma, those unspoken wounds, can echo through generations. It shows up as poor communication, constant criticism, and rifts that turn siblings into rivals. These hurts shape how we see ourselves and the world. But change is possible. Healing is possible. Today, we'll explore 5 real ways to begin healing family trauma and reconnecting. Let's begin. The first step is to acknowledge the pain. It's not easy, and it's not something we're often taught to do. But before any healing can begin, you have to recognize that what you went through was real and that it left a mark. This is about being honest with yourself, even if it feels uncomfortable or vulnerable. You have to face your hurt and say, this was real, it mattered. Sometimes that means looking in the mirror and admitting to yourself that you're carrying wounds, even if others can't see them. It's about giving yourself the compassion you might offer a friend in pain. We're taught to minimize our pain, to brush it aside or pretend it doesn't exist. But what you don't acknowledge, you can't heal. Suppressing your feelings only buries them deeper, where they can quietly shape your life in ways you might not even realize. Ignored pain festers and seeps into every part of life. Relationships, self-worth, even how we parent. It can show up as anger, anxiety, or a sense of emptiness that's hard to explain. Sometimes it's the reason we react so strongly to small things, or why we struggle to trust others. Acknowledging isn't about blame. It's about validation. It's not about pointing fingers or getting stuck in the past. It's about saying, my experience was important. My feelings are valid. This is a powerful act of self-respect. Give yourself permission to feel, to remember, and to honor your story. Let yourself revisit those memories, not to dwell, but to understand and accept them as part of your journey. This is how you begin to reclaim your narrative. Journaling can help. Write down memories and feelings without judgment. Let your thoughts flow freely onto the page. Sometimes seeing your pain in words makes it more manageable, less overwhelming. It's a safe space to process what you've been through. Think of it like tending a wound. You must see it clearly to heal it. Just as you wouldn't ignore a physical injury, you shouldn't ignore emotional ones. By acknowledging your pain, you're taking the first step toward true recovery. This is self-love. It's about giving your younger self the voice they never had. Imagine what you would say to the child you once were. Offer them kindness, understanding, and the reassurance that their feelings matter. You're not dwelling in the past, you're freeing yourself from it. By facing your pain, you loosen its grip on your present and future. This is how you create space for new growth and possibilities. Don't wait for others to validate your pain. Do it for yourself. You are the expert on your own experience, and your feelings are worthy of acknowledgement, no matter what anyone else says. When you name your pain, it loses its power over you. It becomes something you can work with, rather than something that controls you from the shadows. This is a courageous act, and it's the beginning of transformation. This is the foundation for healing. Without acknowledgement, there can be no real change, but with it, you build a solid base for growth, resilience, and hope. Find quiet time this week. Sit with your feelings, write them down, meditate, reflect, or simply breathe and notice what comes up. Give yourself the gift of attention and care. Honor your journey and your resilience. Every step you take to acknowledge your pain is a step toward healing and wholeness. You are stronger than you know. Healing starts with the courage to say, I see you. I hear you. We'll get through this. Remind yourself that you are not alone and that your story deserves to be heard. This is where your journey begins. With every act of acknowledgement, you move closer to the life you deserve, one filled with understanding, compassion, and hope. Once you've acknowledged your pain, it's natural to feel nervous about what comes next. The idea of opening up to someone about your feelings can be intimidating, especially if you've never had these kinds of conversations before. But remember, healing often begins with a single, honest exchange. The next step is honest conversation. This means being willing to share your truth, even if your voice shakes. It's about creating a space where both you and your loved ones can be real with each other. This isn't about confrontation, it's about connection. The goal isn't to win an argument or prove a point, but to build understanding and trust. Find the right time and place. Choose a moment when you both feel calm and safe, and an environment where you won't be interrupted. Sometimes a neutral setting like a park or a quiet cafe can help everyone feel more at ease. Use I statements like, "I felt hurt when," instead of "you always." This small shift can make a big difference. It helps keep the conversation focused on your feelings, rather than sounding like blame or criticism. Share your experience, not accusations. Be honest about what you've been through, but try to avoid making sweeping statements about the other person's intentions or character. Listen as much as you speak. Sometimes just being heard can be incredibly healing for both sides. Give the other person space to share their perspective, even if it's different from yours. Their truth may differ from yours, and that's okay. Each person's experience is valid, even if the memories or feelings don't match up perfectly. The goal isn't to agree on history, but to understand each other's experience. When you focus on understanding, you create space for empathy and compassion to grow. Practice active listening. Ask, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" These questions show you care and want to understand, not just respond. These talks can be emotional, and that's completely normal. It's okay to feel vulnerable or even shed a few tears. Stay focused on understanding, not winning. If things get heated, take a break and return when calm. Sometimes a short pause is all it takes to reset and come back with a clearer mind and a softer heart. Remember, poor communication is often generational. Many families have patterns of silence or misunderstanding that go back decades. By changing how you talk, you break the cycle. You're not just helping yourself, you're showing others a new way to relate, one that's built on honesty and respect. You're planting seeds for healthier family connections. Over time, these seeds can grow into stronger, more loving relationships. It takes time, and sometimes progress feels slow. But every honest conversation is a step toward healing, even if it's just a small one. Be patient with yourself and with your family. Change doesn't happen overnight, but your efforts matter more than you know. You're not just healing your relationships, you're changing your family's future. Start small and celebrate every bit of progress along the way. One real conversation can open the door to many more. You are a cycle breaker, and your courage can inspire others to open up too. This is how families begin to heal. Keep going, and remember, every honest word is a step toward a brighter, more connected future. Forgiveness is often misunderstood, but it's essential for healing. It's not just about letting someone else off the hook. It's about giving yourself permission to move forward. When we hold on to old hurts, we carry a weight that can affect every part of our lives, from our relationships to our health and happiness. Forgiving isn't excusing or forgetting, it's freeing yourself from resentment. It's a conscious decision to release the grip that anger and pain have on your heart. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself, but self-forgiveness is just as important as forgiving others. Holding on to anger only hurts you, not the person who caused the pain. The longer you hold on to it, the more it eats away at your peace of mind, making it harder to trust, to love, and to find joy in the present moment. Forgiveness is a choice to reclaim your peace. It's a way to take back control over your own story, to decide that your future will not be defined by the wounds of your past. It's not a one-time event. It's a practice. Some days forgiveness comes easily. Other days it feels impossible. But every small step you take is progress, and every effort you make is a gift to yourself. Some days are harder than others. Old memories may resurface, and the pain might feel fresh again. That's okay. Healing isn't linear, and it's normal to revisit old wounds as you grow. You may never get an apology, but you can still choose to let go. Forgiveness is not about waiting for someone else to make things right. It's about deciding that you deserve to be free, regardless of what others do. Picture the pain as a chain. When you forgive, you cut that chain. You break the cycle of hurt and allow yourself to step into a lighter, more hopeful future. Forgiveness doesn't mean restoring the same relationship or forgetting lessons learned. Sometimes it means setting boundaries to protect your well-being while still letting go of bitterness. Sometimes it means loving from a distance. You can wish someone well and still choose not to let them back into your life. Forgiveness is about your peace, not about reconciliation. Ask yourself, am I ready to be free? Only you can answer that question, and only you can take the steps toward your own healing. The power to forgive is yours. It's the ultimate act of self-care. When you choose forgiveness, you choose to honor your own heart and your own journey. When you forgive, you open space for new possibilities, even if reconciliation never comes. Choose peace over pain. Choose to move forward. Every act of forgiveness is a step toward a brighter, more peaceful future. Forgiveness is your gift to yourself. It's a gentle promise to your soul that you are worthy of healing, happiness, and hope. If this video resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Feel free to share with your loved ones or others you know who could use this information. Forgiveness frees you inside, but boundaries protect that freedom. Boundaries are loving rules that guard your peace and energy. Saying no isn't selfish, it's self-respect. Boundaries teach others how to treat you. They can be verbal. I won't discuss my weight or about time. I can only stay for 2 hours. Expect pushback, especially if your family isn't used to boundaries. Hold firm. Your job is to protect your well-being, not manage their reactions. Think of boundaries as a fence around your garden. They protect what's precious. Communicate boundaries with love and clarity. Boundaries aren't walls, they're gates. You decide who enters and how. Healthy boundaries lead to healthier relationships. Start small. Set one boundary where you feel drained. Each time you hold a boundary, you build confidence and self-respect. You're modeling healthy behavior for your family and future generations. This is a legacy worth building. The final step is seeking professional support. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's strength. Therapists and coaches offer a neutral perspective and tools for healing. They help you see patterns you might miss and teach new ways to communicate. Sometimes you'll go alone, sometimes with family. Both can be transformative. A professional can mediate tough conversations and create a safe space for truth. Investing in your family's health is one of the most valuable things you can do. Don't let stigma stop you. This is legacy work. There are many resources, in-person, online, group, or individual. Find someone who resonates with you and take the first step. You don't have to do this alone. Let experts guide you back to connection. Be brave enough to ask for help. It's the wisest thing you can do. So there you have it, 5 steps to healing family trauma. Imagine your next family gathering. Calm, connected, real. This isn't a fantasy, it's possible. Every family deserves a chance at peace and connection. The work starts with you. Your courage can change everything. Share your experiences in the comments. Let's support each other on this journey. Thank you for being here. Be well.